I forgive you for murdering my daughter. That's what my Gideon friend Andy Mathis said at the sentencing hearing of the man who brutally murdered his daughter Terry. Andy then asked the judge for permission to give the man a Gideon Bible, which he gave. Several months later, Andy received a letter from the man's attorney. He had given his life to the Lord after reading that Bible that Andy had given him. Andy told me that story while we were together in Guatemala on a medical mission trip. Andy was working with local Gideons, handing out New Testaments while I worked with the doctors. Most of you are probably more familiar than I was with the work of the Gideons International. During that trip, I found out that the Gideons have over 190,000 members in over 200 countries, and that in addition to the Spanish New Testaments that they were giving out, Bibles are produced in 108 other languages. And last year, over 60 million scriptures were distributed, more than 2 a second. You also probably know the Gideons are an interdenominational association of born-again Christian businessmen and professionals. In fact, we operate as an extended arm of this church. You may be thinking, like I did, is the placement of the Word of God necessary and successful? Psalms chapter 126, verse 6 says, "He who continually goes forth, weeping, bearing seed for sowing, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him." And in Acts chapter 6, verse 7, we are told that when the Word of God increased, the number of disciples multiplied. And in Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11, God says, "So shall my word be that goes forth from my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish what I please, and it shall prosper in the thing for which I sent it." Gideons place the Bibles that you've all seen in hotels and motels. Gideons also provide Bibles and New Testaments to hospitals, nursing home rooms, and legal offices, as well as to fire, police, and EMT personnel. Also to students at colleges, high schools, and middle schools. Gideon wives, who are members of the Gideon Auxiliary, place Bibles in crisis pregnancy centers, domestic violence shelters, and medical and dental offices. They all give New Testaments to nurses and other healthcare workers, and they also give Bibles and New Testaments to female prisoners. So when will we begin our next scripture distribution? Where will we go next? Even though we're placing more than 2 scriptures a second, the need is even greater. And you may be wondering how you can help. Our number one need is prayer. Please pray for a steady flow of funds to purchase scriptures and for open doors to the countries and communities that need them most. Every dollar that is given goes directly to purchase scripture. All of the overhead of our organization is paid by the Gideons ourselves. And if God has placed it on your heart, I would ask you to consider a financial gift. Every scripture we distribute and every salvation testimony is a result of the generosity of someone just like you. At the close of the service, Mr. Kerfman and I will be at the back of the church, and you'll have the opportunity to help purchase scriptures to be placed by Gideons both in Albuquerque and around the world. When you give to the Gideons International, you help impact lives for Christ. For less than $1.50, God's word can be placed in the hands of individuals of more than 200 countries around the world. Likewise, your donation of $150 can result in a box of 100 New Testaments reaching men, women, and children in a country where many people struggle just to survive, and they can't afford God's word. Gideon Place Bibles cost just $5 each and typically reach more than 2,300 people over the course of about 6 years in a hotel room. For your convenience, you can make a check payable to the Gideons or use the credit card form that is available in the bulletin insert that we just handed out. You can also help purchase scriptures through the year by using Gideon greeting cards. Our Gideon tribute cards are free, and you may use them to recognize an important event, such as a graduation. You can find the Gideon card display in the west foyer by the door. If you're interested in becoming a Gideon, please see Mr. Kerferman or me at the close of the service. And Pastor Michael, thank you for the opportunity to share about the impact of your prayers and donations to the worldwide ministry of the Gideons International. And congregation, thank you for your attention. It's been a privilege to speak today. God bless you.